Hey, 7-Minute Sales Minute community, this is Scott, and you spoke and we listened. You said you wanted more bite-sized and actionable ideas, so we've got something for you.
Hey everybody, it's John, and we want to first off thank you for listening and enjoy these 2-minute sessions where Scott and I provide you quick tools, best practices, and ways to take immediate action to grow your business and your pipeline and your sales. Have a great day.
Hey, Johnny, what's going on?
Scott, what's going on with you?
Not much, man. Just wanted to do a little bite-sized nugget of 7-Minute Sales Minute here.
All right, nugget it up.
All right. So, John, today I want to talk about running towards the fire.
Okay, courage.
Having courage. Having
Yes.
chutzpah, as they say.
I love a little chutzpah.
So, and this comes in many ways, many forms. But, you know, in sales, we have those calls sometimes that we don't want to make. We're afraid. We know that we're going to get kicked in the teeth. We're afraid because we have to deliver bad news. We're afraid because every time we call, the receptionist is an asshole to us. Like, that happens. Like, sometimes the receptionists are just so mean. The person answering the phone is so mean that we never want to call back. Like, they're the ultimate gatekeeper. But if we don't, like, what's going to happen if we don't make that call? It's already a loss, right?
Well, I just want to comment real quickly because I think sometimes people are just so mean to receptionists that they have to be the ultimate gatekeepers.
Yeah.
And so to me, they're the bartender of the office, one of the most important pieces of people in the office, and just be nice to receptionists because their job is really challenging, and they've got a tough job. And so I think on that, if you can be the nicest person that they talk to all day, that's going to get you really far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. Yeah. And so your question was what? I lost my train of thought.
No, totally fine. We're talking about running towards the fire. Like,
Right. No, I know that, but yeah.
and if you're afraid to run towards that fire, if you don't pick up the phone and make that phone call,
Oh, yeah.
you already lost.
100%.
No chance of winning.
Right. I mean, you know, one of the things that we all need is courage. And our success as business people, as salespeople, is where vulnerability meets performance. And a lot of times these tough calls that you're talking about, we got to be extra vulnerable because they're tough calls to make. We got to run into the fire. We feel more insecure. But when you do that and you let it fuel you to performance and grow the muscle, that's great. I think one of the things you got to do is you got to prep for the call. You got to grab somebody and you got to say, hey, I got to make a really difficult call right now. I don't know what to say. Let me role play it with you for 2 minutes because words matter. The tightness of your words matter. And you got to be prepared not only for what to say and ask, but for how to, but for what the potential conversation is going to be. And it's like, and have a couple choose your own adventure lines depending on where it goes.
I love it. You're so right. Have A, B, and C laid out because you don't know which way the conversation's going to go. When we talk about running towards a fire. If a fireman is standing on the curb, your house is burning down, and he doesn't run towards the fire, it's only going to get worse. There's less and less of your house is going to be left every second he's standing there. So you have to run towards the fire. And I'll give an example. As a mortgage banker for years, one of the phone calls I would have to make would be like, hey, I have some bad news. You're not approved. We might have a contingency plan if we do this. Yeah. And the crazy part is I would call someone, I'd say, you know, hey, I'm sorry, John, I can't get you into this house. If you brought another $10,000 to the closing, we could get you approved. And I'd be thinking in my head, like, $10,000 is a lot of money just to tell someone when they weren't planning on bringing that. And you'd be amazed at how many times people would be like, oh, that's it? All right, cool. I'll take some money out of my 401k or I'll get a gift or something.
Right.
And it was like a 2-second conversation that they weren't even mad, but I was sitting there for hours, like, you know, avoiding it or role playing it or trying not to make that phone call.
Yeah.
As soon as I made the phone call, they had a solution ready or they helped me with a solution.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the key, Fish, is if you tee it up the right way. You know, we've talked about on this show, I think we have, about the importance of tone, physiology, and words, right? Words are, I think, 7 or 8%. I can't remember. I think 7%. And then the rest is 93%. And so if you tee it up the right way and don't make too many assumptions, then the people, like you said, they'll help you with the solution.
Right.
You know, hey, you know, Fish, we got to, I called you because I want to share some news with you. And I thought if we, kind of discuss some potential options, you may have some, I have some, but I think people are more understanding than we think. And just to go back, when you talked about the fireman example, not going in the house, it makes it worse also in your mind, right? Because then you carry it with you, and it leaks into other avenues of your business because you just can't let it go.
There you go. I think on that note, John, this is a great way to end this bite-sized nugget of the 7-minute sales minute. Run towards the fire, folks. It's not that bad. Make it happen.
Not as hot as it always seems. Have a great one, everybody.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, John, I'm not sure if that was 2 minutes, but it was great. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for listening, and put these into action so you can focus on your sales growth and enjoy your business. Take care.